Question, Gavin Robbins.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I wish to ask the Secretary of State for Northern Ireland if he will make a statement on reports of a serious, violent attack in North Belfast involving a foreign national and the implications for public safety, immigration enforcement and community cohesion.
Mr. Speaker, I'm grateful to the Right Honourable Gentleman for his question. Shortly after 10:30 p.m. last night, a man in his 40s was subjected to an horrific, sustained knife attack in a street in North Belfast. He is in hospital in a serious condition, having suffered very severe injuries. I know the thoughts of the whole House will be with him and his loved ones at what must be a time of unimaginable distress. The response from the Police Service of Northern Ireland was immediate. A man in his 30s was arrested on suspicion of attempted murder. He remains in police custody and the PSNI are continuing to investigate. They have declared it a critical incident. But amidst the horror of what happened, we also saw something extraordinary. When confronted with scenes of terrifying violence, members of the public did not walk on by. Instead, a number of them stepped forward and at immense risk to their own safety, they intervened to pull the assailant away and protect the victim until the police arrived. To those individuals, I would like to say this. You showed the very best of humanity, and you have the profound gratitude of this entire House. This was a horrific and brutal attack, and the PSNI are seeking to provide support and reassurance to the local community. The Chief Constable, to whom I have spoken twice this morning, and his officers have our full, unwavering support as they pursue their inquiries. I would also like to repeat their appeal not to share or repost footage of the attack out of respect for the victim's family. Mr. Speaker, I echo the words of the Prime Minister this morning that there is no place for such violence on our streets. All of us have a responsibility now to urge calm and let the police do their job.
Gavin Robbins.
Mr. Speaker, can I firstly thank you for granting this urgent question. The attempted murder in Belfast last night was chilling. What has been seen by thousands already across the country cannot be unseen. It was medieval. The systematic mutilation and attempted slaughter of a citizen of Belfast on our streets. Mr. Speaker, my prayers are with the victim, and I similarly praise the brave man who, with a hurl in his hand, intervened to save his neighbour's life, and this House should praise him too. Mr. Speaker, what occurred last night will have profound implications for community cohesion in this country. This needs to be a time for honesty and openness and truth. Will he confirm that he and his government recognise that uncontrolled immigration needs to end? Will he confirm that the government needs to reassure and protect our population who for too long have had their concerns ignored? And knowing that he and the Chief Constable and I share a concern that there could be violence, and express my wish and our collective desire for calm, that community cohesion lies on the precipice. Will he confirm that the actions last night in no way reflect or represent the values of our nation? That the victim belongs in Belfast but the attacker does not? Having abused the privilege of our nation, the perpetrator living in the UK under a 5-year visa needs to be convicted and deported on the first flight out on a one-way ticket.
Well, I would say to the right honourable gentleman, first of all, the footage that many people have seen is indeed truly horrifying. On his last point, as he will be well aware, any foreign national who abuses the hospitality of this country to commit crime should be in no doubt of our determination to deport them. We need to allow the criminal justice process to take place. On his question about net migration, as he will know, it is now down 82% from the peak reached under the previous government. But I would most particularly echo what he has said in appealing for calm, because we have seen previously in Belfast in August 2024 and in Ballymena in 2025 what happens after horrific incidents when there is disorder on the streets, because it is the communities that suffer, it is innocent people who suffer and whose lives can be put at risk. And that is why all political leaders have such a solemn responsibility to urge the calm that I have called for in my response to his question today.
Chris Ball.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Can I thank the Secretary of State for his statement, and can I also thank my right honourable friend for asking the question. As a member of the Northern Ireland Select Committee, I've visited Belfast on several occasions and have been struck by the incredible nature of the community spirit and the incredible city. What we witnessed last night is the worst of humanity, but also the best of humanity. I think it is incredible that bystanders came to the aid of that individual suffering a brutal attack. Can the Secretary of State assure me that the PSNI will be given every resource they need to conduct a swift investigation and ensure that all facts are shared with the public? And can we also ensure that those brave people who rushed to the aid of one of our own countrymen is given the honour and the reward that they deserve for representing the best of our humanity?
Well, I say to my honourable friend that I know from the conversations I've had with the Chief Constable this morning that the PSNI are treating this, of course, as the House would expect, with the utmost seriousness and are pursuing their inquiries. We need to let the police investigation and in due course any criminal justice process take its place. I am in favour of as much information being shared as soon as possible, and I would report to the House, Mr. Speaker, that the PSNI will be holding a press conference in approximately 5.5 minutes' time to provide more information about the incident. I also join my honourable friend in expressing hope that the bravery that we saw on the streets of North Belfast last night may in due time be recognised.